Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something that is asked in the interview every time you interview for a position. It is tell me something about yourself or something to me, anything which is not on your resume. Today I believe it is very important and useful for a recruiter to know about me other than my resume. Most resume highlights are education, skills, certification, and experiences. But there are certain things or qualities or habits that cannot always be captured on paper. Yet they play a very important role in how a person actually performs in a professional environment. One such aspect about this is my ability to observe and learn very quickly and apply that learning in a practical situation. Growing up in a business family, I was constantly surrounded by discussion related to customers, finance, and decision making. Even though I was not formally involved at a young age, I used to observe how things worked, how my father handled customers, how negotiations were done, how the decisions were taken under uncertainty, how finances were managed. This habit of observing and learning has stayed with me for forever. Even today, when I'm in a new situation, I first try to understand the environment, observe how things are functioning, and then adapt accordingly. This has helped me learn faster, perform better, and especially in a new and unfamiliar situation. If we look at the example from my schooling to my graduation to my post graduation, now I'm doing MBA. Every part is a new situation, new environment for me, new friends, new education, new area, new environment. Another important quality that is not easily visible on my resume is my consistency and discipline. I used to like sports like swimming and badminton, which has taught me nothing but discipline, consistency, and accountability. I believe I may not always be the most experienced person in the room, but I am someone who shows up consistently and put in efforts every day. For example, during my MBA, multiple assignments, deadlines, and project requires discipline. I developed the habit of planning my work, managing my time, ensuring that I've completely completed my task responsibly. This consistency helps in building reliability, which I believe is very important for any organization. I would also like to highlight my ability to stay calm and composed in challenging situations. There are times when things does not go as planned. In a dynamic world, we it is not linear. We have to focus on many factors that can affect our thought process. Deadlines get closer, problems become complex, or pressure increases every day, every time. In such a situation, instead of panicking, I try to stay calm and focus on finding a solution. This ability helps me think clearly and take better decisions, which is especially important in roles like consulting, where pressure and expectations are high. Another aspect that I would like to mention is my willingness to take initiative or leadership quality. If I see a opportunity to contribute or improve something, I try to step forward rather than wait to be told. Whether it is in a group project or a practical situation, I try to take responsibility and ensure that the work moves forward with or without anyone or without me. This shows my proactive nature, which I believe is very valuable for my professional role. I also believe I have a learning attitude. I do not hesitate to ask questions if I do not understand something. At the same time, I actively seek feedback and try to improve based on it. For me, learning is not limited to classrooms, it comes from experience, people, and challenges. Another thing that is not mentioned on my resume is the ability to connect theory with real world situations. Because of my exposure to a family business or my academic learning, I can relate concept to practical scenarios. This helps me understand problems better and come up with a more realistic solution that can help a problem. I would also like to mention my positive attitude towards the work I do. I believe in taking responsibility and completing tasks with sincerity, even if the work is challenging or outside my comfort zone. In early days of my MBA, I was very shy. I was not able to perform very well. But now I think I have to come out of my comfort zone to have a better chance in doing something. I try to approach it with a very positive mindset. If I have to summarize the key things about me that are not on my resume but are valuable to a recruiter are my ability to observe, learn and adapt quickly, my consistency and discipline, my ability to stay calm under pressure, my initiative thinking mindset, and my strong learning attitude. I believe these qualities define how I work, how I handle challenges, and how I contribute to a team of the organization. While skills and qualifications are important, these personal attributes are what truly shapes a person in the long run. I think beyond my resume, I bring the mindset that is focused on learning, consistency, and adaptability and responsibility. I believe these qualities will help me not only perform but also grow continuously and contribute meaningful to the organization. Thank you.